Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel, and you are watching Bringing Sports Media Back One Step at a Time. Hopefully, giving you a good sports outlet to come to because the sports media is not so great right now. Tomorrow starts the 2025 NBA Finals, and I am so excited. Today, I'll be going over my paths to victory for both teams, and then I'll wrap up the video by giving my final thoughts and predictions for the series. Starting here with the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Thunder are heavy favorites amongst betting and also amongst analysts and experts, and they really should be. I said this with the Wolves last year, when you beat this Nuggets squad, you really get all the playoff experience you need. The Nuggets have a great crowd, and in my opinion, they play one of the better and hardest play styles to go against in recent memory. Whether it's clutch shots or Jokic dropping generational numbers, they are not an easy beat when the games are slowed down in the playoffs, and the Oklahoma City Thunder got past them, and I think they got it all to win the championship here. These teams match up very well, in my opinion, with each other. However, I do think that it favors the Thunder here in the end. If they can swarm Tyrese and make him play passively, this Pacers team is going to struggle. The games that the Pacers have struggled in the most this postseason are when they are slowed down and forced to play in the half court. I think with the bodies they can throw at Tyrese game by game, they can slow this Pacers team down just enough to beat them. I want to highlight the bench unit for this Thunder team. With the Pacers team that can run up the score fast, especially with their bench unit, some of the shooting slumps that this group has had this postseason will shine like a deer in headlights, in my opinion. I look for this group to be super aggressive when they get in, and they need to be hitting their shots and getting stops if they want to keep up with the Pacers bench unit. My final key to victory here for the Oklahoma City Thunder is the backcourt of Jalen Williams and the MVP and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't at all expect Shai to disappear or have really any rough games with this Pacers defense. As a Pacers fan, I've seen Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson torch us scoring-wise, but slowly get worn out deeper into the series. I do think this can happen to Shai, but not without getting buckets to put his team in a great spot to win. I look to Jalen Williams to take the scoring load off of Shai's hands, as he started to in the Western Conference Finals. If he does that, I do think the Thunder should have no problem winning some of these games. Here on the Pacers side, the Pacers are no stranger to being the underdogs and not being favored in this series, especially this postseason. I do think this Thunder team is a different giant, though, than the teams they have faced, but I am very excited to see how the Pacers play this series. In this series, the bench unit will be a huge key to victory if the Pacers are going to win the finals. If they can put enough pressure on the OKC's second unit while also continuing to play at a high level, it puts the Pacers in a great spot to win this series. The more pressure that you put on Shai and Jalen Williams to score, I think leads to a better result for the Pacers here in this series. The Thunder have been hot and cold on clutch games this postseason. They had an all-time blunder in Game 1 of the Nuggets series that ended up costing them the game, but they also have had some great moments too to make up for it. This Pacers team, though, has had some sort of magic going for them in the clutch time this playoffs. I do think that if the Pacers can dig deep and get this game to a crunch time game, I think I would favor the Pacers in that situation. So Pacers really need to lock in and keep the game close down to the wire, and I think they have a good shot at winning some of these games. Like I said earlier in the video, I do think these teams match up very well together. Heavy guard play with decent length on both sides. I will say this now though, Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam need to have a great series if the Pacers are going to win this. Stretching the floor and getting out in transition will do wonders to get some of the offensive pressure off of Tyrese. Also, if the Pacers are forced into half-court play, Siakam will be their go-to guy. He's going to need to continue his play from the Eastern Conference Finals if they are going to win the finals this year. Last spotlight here for the Pacers, but I do think it is one of the more important ones. Whatever your opinion on Tyrese Halliburton is, if this series is close or the Pacers go on to win, there should be no discussion whether or not this guy is a superstar. I look for him to be as aggressive as the people guarding him are. This Pacers team is nowhere near the same when he is passive and not getting good looks. The numbers when he shoots under 10 shots in the playoffs speak for themselves. Even if he isn't getting great looks, if he's aggressive and getting other guys involved and running out in transition, that will be huge. He cannot have a repeat performance of Game 5 though from the Eastern Conference Finals, or you can already chalk that up as a loss. Guys like Nesmith, Nembhard, and Mathurin, in my opinion, need to be very aggressive on offense as well to get some respect from the Thunder guards and make rotating bodies on Tyrese a lot harder of a decision. Words can really not describe how excited I am for the finals. As a Pacers fan, it's been such a joy watching this run, and no matter where it goes, I will never forget this team personally. if I am putting that Pacers bias aside, I think the Thunder are rightfully favored in this series. And after the Nuggets series, I do remember saying that the championship is theirs to lose now. I do have the Oklahoma City Thunder winning this series in 6 games. However, I will say if the Pacers take game one, I think this series can go anywhere from there. But that is going to be my unbiased prediction. I just want to say I hope all of you watching the finals enjoy the series. I think it'll be great, and who gives a shit about the ratings anyway? Just really, we should all just be enjoying basketball here. You have two great atmospheres with rising stars on both sides, so it'll make for a great series. And to end the video, I just wanted to say if you made it to this point, I really appreciate you, and I do invite you to join my Discord where I hope to build a community and get basketball fans to engage in some basketball related debates. With that being said, have a good one, everybody. Peace out.